What is up, YTPC? Andrew here, aka Bluefin Piper, coming at you from a pretty nice Saturday here in New Jersey. The weather here has been a little crazy for sure. Of course, during the week, Thursday, Friday, we had, 68, 70, 72 actually, I think it hit on Thursday. Just absolutely gorgeous. Sadly, I'm, working and not able to truly enjoy it, although I did get a chance to get out and work a little bit from the patio and enjoy a pipe while I was doing it. So that was awesome and nice to get back to some warmer temps. Now today, of course, for the weekend, it's about 40 or so degrees, 42, but with the wind, without the wind, it's and the sun out, it's not too bad. So I'm doing all right without having a heavy jacket on, which again is pretty darn nice. So outside here, I had a great time last night on Mike Cane Rod Piper's live event where we did the Windjammer tin opening. A ton of fun, and I got to just hanging out with those folks on the Zoom was fantastic, and getting to try Windjammer. So I guess I'll do some comments on that, maybe a review in the future. But that was if you saw that live stream, you would already know that I think we all enjoyed the tobacco and found it a pretty complex, very spicy blend, which is right up my alley, and I truly enjoyed. So gonna be interesting to see how that one evolves as I smoke it more. But today, as I digress, we are here to kick off the Former Tobacco series. And as I mentioned, I bought 1 tin of each of their blends, and I'm going to be kind of cycling through them and try to get a nice handle on the Former series, which I've not tried any of these Former tobaccos, but I've heard good things about the Virginias. We're going to start off with the Former's Cross Grain Flake, and this is a Virginia Perique. I think it has about it's got like a 3.1 on tobacco reviews, so pretty high score, and I know a lot of folks seem to enjoy this one. So let's go ahead. I've been dying to try this. We're going to open it up, and just FYI, I'm going to be smoking this. I probably should have the Meerschaum out because it is Meerschaum Madness March, right? But anyway, I'm going to be smoking it in the Savinelli Punto Oro. This is a 110. This is really the only non-KS, really super light, thin. I mean, they're all, the Punto Oros are pretty light to begin with, but this one is just really one of their really truly sleek, slim billiards. Just a nice little billiard. All right, guys, here we go. Opening up the Cross Grain Flake, and I just broke the seal on it. It was a little finicky, so I figured I'd do that off video. And nothing too special there. All right, let's take a look. Ah, very nice. So, a little revealing there. So inside, we've got a nice little inlay, whatever you call this, I forget now. There you go. And this kind of looks very similar to most, I guess, maybe Dan tobaccos, I think, K&K. Smells nice. Here you go, guys. I'll give you guys a good look at the tobaccos in there. Some nice, big, nice flakes. And I would just say the tin note is, this one's pretty straightforward. It's a very classic vapor. It's with some really obvious grassy hay Virginia notes and a little bit of sweetness there, some kind of raisiny, figgy sweetness in the background from the Perique, I assume. But it's kind of a nice mix, actually, a nice mix of that Virginia grassy hay with the Perique. So I'm going to try to take one of these. Actually, it looks like these are pressed pretty good. There's a little bit of oil in there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long this is aged when they do this, but I'm going to show you guys a good look, and then we'll break some up and try it out. I'll do the back side here, and I'm going to take this off to make sure you're seeing this okay. All right, there we go. So you can see some nice looking, just brown and golden Virginias there, and you can kind of make out some of the dark Perique in there. Not too much as I look at it. Yeah, I guess a decent amount of Perique. You're probably not going to make that out on the video, but a decent amount of the darker Perique throughout. All right, and you can see kind of standard Dan tobacco K&K style flake. Nothing too crazy about it. All right, I'm going to pause, load up the pipe, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back, we're lit. Got it going just a little bit. Rubbed out the flake, filled it up, and we'll just say on the moisture content, I think the moisture could use, it was clumping a little bit, so it needed about 15, maybe 15 minutes of dry time for me. It's pretty dry here right now. I think if you give it, 15 minutes, a half an hour, it should be fine, depending on what you like from a dryness perspective, but not too bad. Really, I wouldn't call it wet moisture content, just a little bit moist. All right, so first off, first light, pretty nice. Getting that pretty standard kind of grassy hay Virginia notes, getting some citrusiness in the mouth, a little bit of pepper in the mouth, on the sides of the tongue, not too bad. Not getting much burn at all on the retrohale right now, though I do find sometimes that will pick up as the bowl gets down, but we'll see on that one how that evolves. So pretty light on the retrohale, a little bit of pepperiness, definitely getting some citrusy notes. And I'll say, guys, when I say, I don't know about others, but when I say citrusy notes, it's not like I'm tasting lemon flavor or anything like that. It's just, or oranges. It's that I get that kind of citrusy feel in my mouth and kind of that kind of citrusiness through the retrohale too. So far, pretty nice. Got some nice, interesting kind of raisiny, figgy sweetness mixed in with that grassy hay. Pretty standard Virginia Vapor, Virginia Perique blend. Nothing in this so far that's completely wowing me, but I would say it's it's a nice vapor. It's kind of a, if you just want to, if you want to look up or try a definition of a vapor, this is a good one so far. Well, let's keep smoking it, and we'll come back after I get down about halfway, and we'll see what's evolved and what the final impression is. All right, guys, we're back, and I'm down about, if you can see, about 3/4 of the way to the bowl. Tobacco's burning perfectly, staying lit well, burning really nice. All right, let's get down to it. What's the final verdict on the first impression? I did confirm, by the way, this is made by Dan Tobacco, which I expected, and thought when I saw the insert for sure. But it is made by Dan Tobacco, and one thing that I found for me with a lot of Dan Virginias, I do enjoy them, but some of them tend to bite me. This one is not biting me at all, and I've been smoking it with different cadences, so it is burning fairly hot. If you smoke it fast, it will burn hot. Now this is somewhat of a thin-walled billiard, but at times it was burning fairly hot. Moisture really wasn't too bad. There's a little bit of moisture in the bowl. I think if you smoke it fast and it gets hot, you're gonna get some moisture. And I probably could have dried it out a little more too, so that might have helped. I really don't think there really wasn't much of a moisture issue. And as I said, no tongue bite. The other thing I was gonna say with Dan Tobacco is I find for some reason, I especially more than ever need to make sure I drink a lot of water when I'm smoking Dan Tobaccos and their Virginias and vapors like Veermaster. And so this one I noticed kind of halfway through that I was starting to get very dry mouthed. And so I got some water here and I've been drinking it. So just a little note on that. You may notice that as well. But okay, let's talk about the flavor. Really, this is a really interesting vapor. I would say for me, this is going to become kind of the class, when you want to know what the definition of a vapor is. I mean, this is really, really the definition, especially of a European vapor. It has pretty much everything you're looking for. It's got more brightness and citrusiness I found pretty much throughout most of the smoke. It seems to be on the high end. You're getting a lot of bright notes, citrusy notes, some of that grassy hay, not overwhelming, but it's there from the Virginias, kind of mixed in again with some tartness and raisininess. I didn't get a ton of deep sweet flavor. I didn't get much honey. It does seem like maybe there's some kind of other spice flavoring there, and that might be from the topping that they use. I don't know. It just, I can't quite pick up on it, but there is some other flavor there. It's almost like an anise, and I know that might turn you guys off, but it's not anise. It's just got that like familiarity, just kind of hint of some kind of like allspice or something that's there on top of the general notes of the tartness and the raisininess. But if you take your time with this blend, I found when I slowed down and was sipping it, I did get some of those deeper bready notes, and at times just, you know, really beautiful exhale with some really nice, deep, sweet, bready notes. So the majority of it, I would say, if you just, you know, pick this up and smoke it and don't spend some time with it, you're just going to get a lot of bright citrusy notes and raisiny tart notes. But last thing I will say, as far as retrohale goes, most of the retrohale is pretty calm, not a ton of perique burn, a little bit of tingle in the mouth throughout the smoke, and at times, if you really retrohale hard, you'll definitely get that after effect peppery burn. So it can be there, and so that's why I think overall this is really a great vapor. You know, it's nothing I would say that is blowing my mind away, but it's you know, it's the definition of what I want in a Virginia perique. And I'm interested. I'd be curious to see how this might age and sweeten up a little bit with some age on it. So I'll probably get a few more and stick them in the cellar. But you know, again, I'm going to smoke this, try to smoke this for the next week or so, and I will, you know, come back at the end and kind of do an overall review of, I think, all the Virginia periques and kind of give my grading on all of them to see where they kind of stand in my thoughts between the cross grain, the straight grain, and the Birdseye flake. So, all right, guys, that's it. I've rambled on long enough, probably too long when I cut this together. But really enjoyable smoke here, and I've really enjoyed the first try at this Former's Cross Grain Flake. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. If you get a chance, I know it's not available often, but if you get a chance, give it a try. I think if you like Virginia periques, especially if you like Dan tobaccos, you're really going to enjoy this one if you haven't tried it. By the way, guys, last little pro tip here. I did notice that at Smoking Pipes, the Blitz pipe cleaners are back in. And I know, you know, a pipe cleaner is a pipe cleaner is a pipe cleaner, right? And a lot of guys love BJ Longs. And I do use the bristled BJ Longs. But when it comes to just the regular fluffy pipe cleaners, you cannot beat these Blitz. I'm sorry. When you use these, they're just stiff enough that they don't bend on you like crazy when you're trying to, you know, clean out your pipe. I love them. So anytime they're in stock, I always try to stock up on, you know, 5 or 6 bags. You know, I think they're $2 a bag. So I probably shouldn't say this because you guys are going to go buy them, but if you get a chance, try the Blitz pipe cleaners. They are fantastic. So, all right, guys, that's it. We're going to wrap this one up. Till next time, tight lines, happy smokes, take care.